Hi everyone, my name is MK and today's flow is a flow for those days when you're trying to slow down, you're having a lot of feelings, and being in stillness just isn't working for you. So instead of starting in stillness, we're going to be constantly in movement, and by the end of the flow, come to stillness and the breath work. So I invite you to come to your mat. We're going to start in a tabletop position. Shoulders stacked on top of the wrists, knees hip width apart. We're going to begin with some full body circles. So as you take these, you're going to inhale around and up to the top of the mat, shoulders going past the fingertips. Exhaling around and down to the bottom of the mat. You're going to continue to inhale around and up. Exhale around and down. Starting to connect your breath to the movement. Going at the pace your body needs, whether that's a little bit faster, in the middle, or starting to move really slow but never stopping. We're honoring that sometimes big emotions really do make us need to be in motion, and that will help more than sitting in stillness or pausing into the moment. So come to your breath. If it feels right for you, close your eyes and try and let go of what you think this should look like, and just embrace moving in a way that feels good for your body. If you're going fast, see if you can slow down even just a tiny bit, working to deepen the breath as you go, knowing that it's going to be different for everyone, but inhaling around and up, exhaling around and down. We're going to take 2 more circles in this direction, and then we'll switch and go the other way. So as you're taking your final circle, exhale, pause at the bottom. Now your next inhale, come around and up. Exhaling down and around the other side. Continuing to inhale as you come around and up. Exhale as you come around and down. Notice how your body's feeling. Are there any areas of tenderness? Anywhere that feels extra good that you're taking your time in. Build that knowledge. Notice how your breath moves you along in these circles. Continuing to close your eyes if that feels right for you. We're going to take 2 more circles in this direction, and then we'll meet in a neutral tabletop position. So finish up your second circle. Coming back to shoulders stacked over the wrists, knees hip width apart. If you need to, take a moment to shake out your wrists. Sometimes it can be a lot. If you're feeling a lot of pressure, you can always switch to fists. Decide what feels right for you. We're going to dive into our cat-cows. We're going to inhale, drop your belly to the floor, gaze in front of you for cow. Exhale, rounding your spine, gaze in between your hands for cat. Continue to inhale into cow, and exhale into cat at your pace, moving nice and slow. Eyes closed if it feels right for you. In constant movement here. Allowing the body to release as you gaze up at the sky, curving your back as you gaze down between your hands. To add to this, you can see if you can slowly move vertebrae by vertebrae, starting with the top, slowly switching where the lower back goes. Notice how this brings even more intentionality and focus, starting to get you out of your mind, because you really can't focus on what you want to think about when you're pushing your body to do something different or that you might not normally do. It's shifting your thinking, rewiring the passages of where you want to go. Take 2 more inhales and 2 more exhales, meeting again in our neutral tabletop position when you're done. Checking again that the shoulders are stacked with the wrists, knees hip width apart. Again, if you need to, you can flip your wrists so that your fingertips are pointing at your knees. Shake your fingers a little bit as you bend gently back. Come back to your palms when you're ready. You're going to inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, send your hips up and back for a downward facing dog. You want your hips pressing up to the sky, your spine's in a line, gazing at your toes. Fingers are spread out wide like you're high-fiving the mat and trying to grab it with your fingertips. Pressing into the top part of your hand and into the fingers. as you're here, you're gonna bend one knee and then the other. Maybe you're starting out more quickly, having that energy you need to get out of your system. Honor the pace your body needs, whether that's slow or fast. Try inhaling as you bend one knee, exhaling as you bend the other, flipping between the two. If you're already feeling like slowing down, you can inhale, exhale into the straightening, and then switch inhaling and exhaling. The goal is to slow down from where you were. So if you were moving quite quickly, see if you can bring it down just by a second. Again, deepening that inhale and exhale. Not giving our minds time. Well, we are giving it time, but we're forcing it to switch tracks, to stop focusing on one thing, because now it needs to be focused on changing the position, being ready for constant shifts, not giving it time to be idle and pull up old things or other ideas that might not be serving us right now. Continue bending your knees, pressing your heels into the floor. We're going to take 1 to 2 more bends here. Straighten out your legs. When you're done, we're going to take 2 breaths here, really extending, pushing those hips up and back to the sky. You're going to inhale through your nose, filling your belly with air. Open mouth, exhale. 1 more inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Now you have the option to stay here, or you can come back to your knees. We're gonna lift one leg, bend the knee and do some circles. So you can be on your hands and knees for this, or come back up into the downward dog, straighten your leg up to the sky, bend the knee, and same thing, opening to the side. Take about 2 more, and then we're gonna switch and go the other way. 1 more. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale it down. If you need to, shake up the wrists. Inhale the other leg up. Bend the knee and begin the circles. 1 more. Switching directions. 2 more circles here. Inhale, straighten your leg. You're gonna exhale, step your foot to your hand and walk your hands to the middle of your mat, turning to the side. You want your legs in a wide position. Toes can point forwards or slight bend, turning them towards each other. Or you can even turn them away. Decide what feels right for you. And what we're gonna do is keep our hands on the floor or our hips and go side to side. So notice I lift in the center, exhale, bend the knee. Inhale up, exhale to the side. Going as high or as low as feels right for you. If your body's telling you it can go lower, turn your foot facing outward to give your leg more of a rotation and that space to fall in. The goal is to open your hip as you come down to the side, keeping your knees stacked with your ankle, allowing for that inner rotation while lengthening our inner thigh. As you go, you might slow down, trying to match with your breath. Inhale up, exhale over. You want to see if as we're going through this, you're lengthening those exhales, adding more time, filling that belly with air. Notice how your nervous system has slowed down. You're not needing to switch as fast. You're feeling more relaxed, moving with your breath, regulating your nervous system, getting yourself back to a state of calm. Sometimes we need to start fast, to go slow, or to reset. I know when I'm feeling crazy, it's very tempting to go faster, to start picking up speed, make decisions quicker. And that's when it's so important to move your body first. Calm and slow down so that you can then sit in those still moments and make the right decision for you. So honor that process, moving even slower now. See if you can extend one leg farther. Deepening this stretch, releasing tension in our hips. Nice movement. We're gonna do one more each side and meet back in the middle. As you inhale to center, adjust your feet to where it feels right for you. I know I like mine pointing forwards or pointing towards each other. Exhale, see if you can lower some more. Bring your chest towards your legs. Forehead melting to the mat. Notice your spine instantly lengthens here. You're pressing into your heels, engaging up the backs of the legs, allowing your spine to release. Resting your hands, you're gonna inhale, lift a little, and exhale, walking to one side. Grab your ankle, grab your calf, and rotate your chest to melt towards your leg. Feel this stretch with the back of the leg, spine releasing with a gentle twist. Press into those heels, keeping your balance, and release. Inhaling nice and slow. Exhale, take your time. 1 to 2 more breaths here. Finding a pause, notice how you're doing. Is this pause feeling more at one with you? Did you have to really force yourself to stay here? Or is it starting to feel just right? Your next exhale, make your way to the center of your mat. Inhale, reset, and exhale, walk to the other side. Same thing. Grabbing your ankle, twisting your heart space towards your leg as you release towards the floor. Press into those heels, feel your hamstrings releasing, lengthening the backs of your legs with nice, steady breaths. One to 2 more breaths here. Last one. Inhale, gently release. Exhale back to center, planting your hands on the floor. From here, we're gonna walk ourselves back to a downward facing dog. Bend the knees if you need to and take a quick child's pose, walking your hands out in front of you as you sink your hips to the back. Notice this contrast it creates, pulling at the center of your spine, releasing the shoulders, forcing your heart space to open. Lower back is fully supported, curving over the legs, gently releasing tension. Inhale, nice and slow. Exhale. If you're ready, we're gonna make our way back to that downward facing dog. I'll show you another variation you can take if this doesn't feel right for your body, but you're gonna inhale, tuck your toes, exhale, send your hips up and back. Coming back into our downward facing dog. Again, remember, hands spread out wide like you're high-fiving the ground and trying to grab it with your fingertips and the top of your palm. From here, what we're gonna do is some spinal rolls. So how that works is you inhale, lifting up onto your toes, shifting your hips and shoulders forwards, bring them past the fingertips if you can. You're gonna exhale, bend your knees, start dropping the back of your body. As before your knees touch the ground, start curving your spine, exhaling, pushing your hips up and back to the sky. Inhaling, coming around and up, again, bringing those shoulders past the fingertips. Exhale, bend the knees and spine, drop your belly as you push back, exhaling into downward facing dog. Continue this, getting comfortable. It does feel a little weird at first, but it's so good for your spine and makes your brain fully take focus on what the body's doing. If this doesn't feel great on your wrists, come onto your knees to our tabletop position, keeping either the palms wide or again, fists, but same thing. You inhale, pushing up into a cat, shifting your shoulders past your fingertips. Exhale, drop the chest and belly as you exhale, pushing to the back. Glutes going towards your heels. Inhale, pushing up as you come forward. Exhale, dropping the belly, pushing back. The same as in the downward dog, just taking some of that pressure off of your wrists. But feel your spine releasing, warming up, continuing to release tension and worries from the mind, bringing you back to yourself. We're gonna go for a few more rounds of this. So really take your time. Explore what feels good to your body. Are there any changes or shifts you can make? Moving through. We're going to take 1 to 2 more circles before we meet back in our downward facing dog. Take your final circle. From here, you're going to inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring your knee to that same wrist, foot tucked towards the pelvis. Slide your back leg to the back of the mat. Stop. When your hips are next to each other, over the mat. From here, you're going to walk yourself forwards, stopping where it feels good to your body. Find where your body stops, whether that's hands a little on the floor with elbows bent, elbows fully on the floor, or full extended arms. From here, we're going to move through some inhales and exhales where we lift and drop. So inhale, lift. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, move down. Last one, inhale, move up. Exhale, come down, walking your hands forward, melting your body to the floor, allowing that outer thigh to get a nice stretch. Hopefully by now your body is relaxed. You don't need to be in movement as much. You can start slowing down, prepping for shavasana and our breath work. Reminding yourself that you're safe, you have time, there's no need to rush. We're going to take 5 more breaths here. In through the nose, filling the belly with air. Exhaling out the nose, nice and steady. So everyone exhale where you are, and inhale. Exhale. 4 more, inhale. Exhale. 3 more breaths in. And release. Last 2 breaths, inhale. Exhale. Last one. And release. Inhale, walk your hands to your leg, lifting your heart space up to the sky. 1 full breath in and out. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, stepping back to downward dog. Shake out your legs if that feels right for you. When you're ready, inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to the wrist for pigeon pose on the other side. Slide that leg back, stopping when your hips are parallel. And then remember, same thing as last time, we're going to rise and go down for a few breaths. So everyone exhale where you are, coming to the floor. And inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, melt to the floor. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more rounds. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Walk your hands forward, melting over your leg for our still pigeon pose. Again, slowing that breath down, seeing if we can make it go longer and longer. When you're able to inhale and exhale for the same length or longer, it sends a natural signal to your body that you're safe, that you're not in fight or flight mode because you have time to breathe slowly. And so the more we can reinforce this, we help to calm our body and get out of that fight or flight state that it's so common to be in all of the things we have going on. So continue to take these breaths. Five more in more breaths. 3 more. Two more breaths. Last one. Inhale, walk your hands back to your leg, lifting your heart space. Once again, inhaling and exhale. From here, inhale, tuck your toes, exhaling into our downward dog one last time. Shake out those legs, and then make your way to tabletop position. Bring your big toes to touch, knees to the outer edges of your mat, and exhale, sink back into a child's pose. You're gonna walk your hands forwards, reaching in front of you as much as you can, pressing with the palms. Notice how your spine naturally extends and your shoulders open here. Keep seeing how much you can walk your arms forward as you melt your hips to the back of the mat, creating resistance and tension in our spine. Feel the stretch, breathe into it and out. In through the nose, out through the nose. 3 more, in and out. Slowly release resistance as you inhale and exhale. Last breath. Inhale, Camden. Walk your hands, lifting yourself slowly. We're going to make our way to our back. However you want to get there. Once you're on your spine, bring your knees to your chest, arms out in a T or cactus, and exhale, let your legs fall to one side, gazing up at the ceiling or the opposite direction away from the legs. Allow yourself to just be, continuing to slow that breathing down as we're here for a moment. 3 more breaths here. 2 more, nice and slow. Last one. Inhale your legs back to center and exhale, let them fall opposite direction. Same thing, arms into your cactus, gazing up at the sky or away from the legs. Feel your body releasing, melting with the floor as you exhale. Inhale, filling with air. Exhale, release. Keep breathing nice and steady. 3 more breaths. 2 more. Last one. Inhale back to center. Reach up to grab the outer edges of your feet, floor your ankles. Exhale, knees to the armpits, feet facing the sky for happy baby. You can find stillness here or rock from side to side. Play around with straightening out one leg and the other. Deciding what feels right for your body in this moment as we take these breaths. Four more breaths. 3 more. 2 more breaths. The last one. And now release your legs. Either having your feet flat or straightening them out in front of you. We're going to take a few rounds of Nadi Shodhana breath. It's where we inhale through one nostril and exhale through the other. And we'll have a few minutes of a shavasana. So you're going to take your left thumb, put on your left nostril, pointer and middle finger go in between the eyebrows. You tuck your ring finger and the pinky finger goes on your right nostril. Hand can be on your belly or off to the side, but exhale where you are. Close your right nostril and inhale through the left. Close the left, open right, exhale. Inhale. Close, open left, exhale. Inhale. Close, open right, exhale. Inhale. Close, open right, exhale. Inhale. Close, open right, exhale. Inhale. Close, open left, exhale. Inhale. Close, open right, exhale. Inhale. Close, open left, exhale. Inhale, final round. Close, open right, exhale. Inhale. Close, open left, exhale. Release your hand, inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Try and listen to the music, letting thoughts come and go with the breath. Relaxing, observing the change in your body. We went from struggling to find stillness, to finding peace in the center, resting our mind and body for a moment. So breathe. I will let you know when it's time to come out. Gently begin wiggling your toes and fingers, inviting movement back to the body. Turn your head gently from side to side. Switching from stillness back to gentle, loving movement. Again, taking circles with the ankles and the wrists. Going first in one direction and then the other. When you're ready, you're going to bring your arms up overhead. On your next inhale, pull your body in both directions for this lengthen and stretch. Exhale, bending the knees, rolling over to your right side, using one arm as a pillow, other hand in the heart space area. Take a moment to thank yourself for dedicating this time to your body and your mind, working to reach that state of calm when it wasn't so easy. Breathe this thank you in. Exhale to release. When you're ready, we're going to meet in a comfortable seated position with our eyes still closed to end the practice. To finish, we're going to take 3 deep breaths as a community where we inhale in through our noses and out through our mouths with our hands on Holy Mudra, or heart center. Everyone exhale where you are. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Final inhale. Final exhale. Inhale your hands up to your third eye or in between your eyebrows. Please know that the light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that you're able to find a sense of calm and slow down. If you enjoyed this flow, make sure to like and subscribe.